All right, guys, we're gonna do something cool. So Brandon is taking advantage of some of our sub perks, which is game commentary. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna spectate one of Brandon's games, and I'm gonna commentate all the way through it, and then I'm gonna save that video and send it to him so he can watch it. I think try to play this game like a ranked game. You know what I mean? Like, don't go for like play for the win, if that makes sense.
Okay.
All right, nice. So Brandon has 80 left. He landed in between Lone Wolf and the Black Market. Sometimes when you're playing, it's hard to give good insight, and so hopefully it can help people. And if people have questions, it's a great time to do it. And he's gonna pick up this bat. I wonder if he missed that bat earlier that he was seeing. So this car is pretty broken. He should probably be choosing the other car, the two-seater. And he just realized that in Magic Mosses. And something that you could see with his camera angle there is trying to keep your aimer up as much as possible, because not only are you quicker to take shots, but he should have been able to get views at those people while he was driving in and tried to suss out who to shoot. He dropped a big pot, and he also passed a mending machine. So keeping track of a lot of those items is huge. I just saw him search his inventory right there. I actually think he still thought he had the big pot. And if he did, that was a good distance to get away before he started taking it. A lot of people try to take their health a little too early. One thing that's a little odd spectating is we're not going to really be able to tell what his inventory is, like in what order it's at. I'm going to try to track what it looks like, because he is on controller from going from one to another, to see how he keeps his inventory. There's a lot of ways to keep your inventory. Some of them make sense on controller, some of them make sense on keyboard and mouse, but at the very least you want your inventory rather consistent from one to another. Oh, but that guy that was chasing him is still after him, Sub-Zero. This would be a great time to take a shot out of the car. And Brandon has a couple options here. He has 3 guns, and when you have 3 guns, you can be using that 3rd gun to start blowing up the gas station. There it is. So that way, when you have 3, and he just did damage on that guy, so that was great. That way he didn't run out of his holo, because really he wants to use his holo like primarily. And so having that 3rd gun to blow up the gas station there, that was a great choice. He didn't get the reload off on that, and let's see if that hurts him later. You want to be sussing out people's inventory. So this guy's strength right now is going to be up close because he's got those gloves, and then far away because he has the sniper rifle. He did get a tire popped out. He could take this bush. He definitely has not reloaded both of his guns, so his holo is not full, and neither is his his other AR. Buy a mammoth. He could. I think Brandon's really comfortable and really good with the holo at most ranges, so it looks like he's choosing medium close. And yeah, I just don't think the mammoth is his gun. That was shooting down at this car down here, but he's opting for the person below him. Realistically, he should be looking at the person on top first. We talk about cutting the pie a little bit here, but in terms of danger, you see how that guy on the bottom can't see him right now? He should be shooting at the guy on the top first. That looks like a bot, so he probably doesn't have to spend his time and energy there. He could be using that bot to actually do damage on the car, and the bot did do damage on the car with the Sub-Zero guy on his left. A lot of players will catch you on a pickaxe here. And Brandon, I think, tried to get the pickaxe there, but he didn't get it off. There he goes, he got it. So car fights are interesting. He tricked this guy. This guy's gonna hop out again. And Brandon got him with the triple pickaxe, I think. I think he's actually... Oh no, he's taking a med. Nice, Brandon. Good play, good play. Anytime there's a gap in the fight, or you're moving in something rather safe, like a car, it's a great time to be looking around. But as you guys can see, like, the top of his screen is kind of stagnant. Like, what we're seeing right now is what Brandon's seeing. And this is great times to be looking around you right now. This is times that you get surprised by other players, you get sniped in the side of the car. And then he just ran through his guns right now, so everything's reloaded, so that's great. But there's a lot of opportunity when driving in a car to be looking left and right and behind you. It's a little bit harder on controller, but not really, because I think the joystick's actually easier to drive the car with. But again, if you guys can see the camera work, we're very much focusing on the ground. And really you want to be occasionally glancing at the ground, but mostly looking around you. That's how you gather information. Well, we wanted a better holo, and you got the Midas gun. I think that to me is going to be one of the biggest things, because playing against Brandon in a tunnel in a straight line, his shots are really, really, really good. He's got great aim, great gun control, like recoil control. But once someone is in this zone for Brandon, he's melting them. The problem is I feel like after watching this, he probably, especially in solos, gets thirded a lot, because right now should be times where he is jumping, moving, and looking around. Anytime that there's like a break in the action, you really should be trying to collect more info, and you really never want to be like stagnantly standing still. Headed to the gas station, but there's someone shooting at the left. He should be looking at the guy on the left first, because he's actually a bigger threat. But while he's taking these shots, you see how he's walking towards the player on the right, who would be his second threat? He's giving up his cover. So yeah, that other player got a couple free shots on him there. When he got out of the car, he should have tried to block out that second threat with the car. Being on the other side of the car there lets you shoot at that first player while that second player can't really see you. And see, in this break where he doesn't quite see anyone, perfect. That's the time to be looking around. He's keeping his car, which is great. In terms of like inventory and like tracking big pots and health, he does have some slaps there. He can get hit for full. But your car is also part of your inventory. It's part of your movement. And I see a lot of times people start moving towards a fight when they had a car, and being able to track where your own car is, like whether you got to put an air tag in it or what. But you definitely want to know where your car is all the time. This guy's taking he's going to blow up the car. Get in there, Brandon, get in. He's not pickaxing. There we go. Just take his car. That works too. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's alive. Should create some distance here. Look for some health. There was, I think, a med kit on his left. At that house to his right, there's bandages. He should run through all of his mags right now to see if they're loaded, but this is a great time to third party. Great time to third party. Nice, that guy took damage. And he should actually be tracking this guy, yes. And the reason why he should be looking at that guy there is not only did that guy get the most hurt, but he had cover from the guy on top of the hill, from the building. But yeah, he hasn't reloaded that shotgun all the way. He just passed a first aid. Nice, he saw it. Let's see if he saw the first aid behind him. He's gonna buy one instead. Okay, so he's missing a lot of ground loot inventory here. And again, with the camera work here, as we can see, not a lot of horizon. He definitely wants to be tilting that up just a little bit, so he's collecting more visual information as he's driving around. But he's going to take some extra damage, but he's going to leave his car. So he could have taken his car there. Wow, he was at 2. He was at 2 health. So I wonder what happened to that med kit that he tried to take. He canceled that med kit that he bought and probably didn't have any extra gold. But there was a med kit right where he picked up those minis. There is another mending machine up here if he keeps going straight in the direction that he's headed. And now we're down to 3. We're down to 3. I'm sure you guys have heard me say this quite a few times, but in a 3 body situation, ideally you want to be the last person to fight. So to pursue this body right here, let's just say you do get the kill, but if you take damage within there, you are automatically at a deficit. So you didn't see that car driving further down the street, but there is a car shifting towards circle, but shooting at this guy right here while he's A, not in circle, B, only has 1 shock, and C, doesn't know where the other player is, I think is a little bit dangerous. But he knows where the pickle is, who has a car. The pickle was also looking at someone, so he should be taking that as a visual cue as well. Instead of pursuing that player, he should be looking for the other player so that he knows then what cover is good for him and what isn't. Because right now, if that player's on his left behind him, they have free shots on his back. But that car on the left looks kind of busted. This is a great time to take shots. So one player is essentially out of the fight for a little bit as they took that rift up. We'll see what we get on the next circle. That pickle's just rifting, so the circle's directly behind Brandon. Let's see if he peeks behind him. This is time to be, again, collecting awareness. What does he have to move into? What bunkers does he have next when he has to move into the next circle? So a guy just dropped down on his left. I don't know if he saw it or heard it. Here it is. And now he's committed to this fight right here, but now he's going to be weak. This other guy's going to be able to drop on him. That's a good reposition. He's going to have to get his reloads off. Oh, and he pursued that player when he had the circle advantage. So ideally that shock up to the top there is great because now he's back on high ground. But he could have not pursued that player all the way to the edge right there. He could have just stopped at the edge of the hill. I love that. Say that again.
Did I break the rule?
What was the rule?
Yep. If there's 3 left, don't be the first to fight.
100%. That was well played though, dude. But I think there's like 2 or 3 things that I think would really behoove you that like we saw as like a consistent thing through that game, because like your shots are good. Like you hit shots, and if someone is in your sights, they're getting beamed. But in terms of like collecting the awareness stuff, collecting awareness, there's times. Did you see where the next circle was?
No.
Okay, so.
See, that's one thing.
Yep.
I don't really pay attention to the circle.
So you have your driver's license, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how often do you look in the rearview mirror when you're driving?
Constantly.
Constantly, right? I think that the radar to me is very similar to the rearview mirror, especially in those end game circles, because you can collect a lot of info between people that either have the medallion or ideally where the circle is shifting. And so when you were at the bottom of the cliff there, you had the worst spot in that circle, but then when the next circle came up, it was behind you. That was something that we're seeing a lot, is like breaks of time where you could have been collecting more information to just sort of be like, okay, well, what's my next move into this circle? Do I even have to fight either of these guys? I might be able to just take the first bunker in this next circle and just wait for them. And then you get to play your strength, which is like, I get to beam you from a spot. But when you shocked on that other guy, did you see how far back he was? He was touching Storm.
He was really far back. Yep.
And if you had taken that rearview mirror look, you would have known that circle was actually behind you. And that guy, you went further away from the way that you needed to go. And you went into that guy's weakness, which was being on the edge of a fast shifting 8-tick Storm. Let me quote it. Awareness, in my opinion, is the biggest factor in the tiers of players. Finding moments, gaps in time to collect that awareness is huge. And when I send you this vid, I think that you'll see those moments, because I do talk about it a lot, like little moments where you could have been collecting awareness building moments, like the moments when you're taking that in, then your technicals are going to carry you super far, because it's like you obviously are hitting your shots, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like I could fight. It's just like you said, the awareness factor, I'll either get third party or end up in a really bad spot.
Yep. No, I'm super excited for you to watch it back, because I think that you're going to be like, oh yeah, right there. Oh yeah, right there. So there was 3 moments like that where it was like
stuff like that.
Yeah, where like if your aimer was up and you were looking around a little bit more, you would have been able to collect that information. And that's all it was like collecting that awareness. I love it, dude. I can't wait to send that to you. I can't wait to hear your feedback on that.